Hey, welcome one and all back to the Gamer Guide channel. I want to give a quick thank you to everybody who left a comment and thumbs up and everything on my last video. That really made my day to see all the viewership, so thanks again for that. This week we're going to be taking a look at some more of the Interceptor style ships. Picked up one more on my main account. I had switched out for one of my Explorers. I don't really use that much, and found this kind of switchblade style wing with a sled base plate on the bottom too. Real similar to kind of the first Blessed ship I found. Interestingly, this one is called like Fiery before you claim it, and then after you claim it, I've noticed the name will change sometimes, and it became Blessed again, which was interesting. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with my name, and maybe you get the same sort of naming convention on your characters. But I got this thing up to 3,088 maneuverability, which is the best I've ever done, I think. Just min-maxing out, giving it some X-Class upgrades and everything. I've gotten to 2,500 on some other ships before, but with the Sentinel ships, looks like you can get over 3,000 now if you get kind of your best upgrades and stick them all on there. So, love the way this thing looks. White and black seems to be kind of popular right now too. But yeah, another thing I wanted to do in this episode is let's take a look at some of the new multi-tools. So I got this Sentinel style multi-tool. I maxed it out and did the Boltcaster on it. Got it to 51,561 damage for that, which is probably the highest damage I've been able to do on a multi-tool. But it's a projectile style, and I've heard a lot of people in the comment section of my last video saying, hey, you should check out the plasma launcher again. Now, I was killing myself all the time with a plasma launcher back in the day, so I took it off my multi-tool because it was like the only time I'd ever die was when I had to bounce off a plasma grenade and killed myself. So, but as you can see, this Boltcaster does work. I don't even need to stun anymore. I can pretty much just take things out in a couple shots. So, except, you know, flags are invincible and poles. You know, I could have destroyed that thing a lot quicker if it wasn't for that flag and string armor in this game will protect you from the most powerful multi-tool. But the alternative is you can grab the, like any old multi-tool, and get some plasma, S-class plasma, or even probably A-class plasma, and do incredible damage. So this is just an experimental multi-tool. Actually, I got off a Twitch reward. But you could just use a regular multi-tool because experimentals are not maxed out for damage. They're just pretty normal. And then I stuck some S-Class upgrades for the plasma launcher on it just to see the comparison here, as I hadn't played one for a while. And look how good this thing is. It took out that giant Walker Sentinel in one shot. There, look at isn't that amazing? So, and this is actually a lot of fun to play with too, because you have to actually lob your projectiles at stuff, and it bounces too off the ground. So I had a lot of fun with this on my alt. I was thinking, wouldn't it be neat if you could construct destructible objects and have like obstacles, and go out with your plasma grenades and like try to get around objects to blow things up? I think that'd be a lot of fun. Maybe it could be something Hello Games looks at in the future. But yeah, I mean, lobbing these grenades a little more challenging, and it's annoying because you got to reload your ammo a lot more frequently, especially on like a regular multi-tool. But as long as you're good with that and you don't waste your grenades, I mean, it definitely is more powerful than the Boltcaster, and you can take out like a whole cluster of enemies in one shot with a well-placed grenade. So I definitely see what people in the comments were talking about. Good suggestion. I'll probably end up using it on my alts. Probably won't use it as a main weapon on my main account, just because it's annoying to destroy yourself with a plasma launcher, especially if you min-max this thing out with like X-Class upgrades, and you increase the explosion radius. That's one of the bonuses on this. You can like increase the explosion radius by probably 20% or something like that on an X-Class, and that would be super deadly, because as you can see, I'm already destroying myself over here. And later on I go on to find that I like blew up one of my best upgrades too on a supercharged slot. So you can destroy your tech, and you see it right there actually on the screen. I didn't notice it at the time, but yeah, you destroy your tech by blowing yourself up. So you got to be careful, and if not, you'll kill yourself too. So, you know, if you don't have a good shield module, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're looking for a powerful multi-tool without all the work, definitely check out a plasma launcher, and just find you a couple S-Class upgrades. You can do the quick reload trick. So after you pick up an S-Class upgrade, go to your ship, jump in and jump out, and then you will instantly be able to go back and grab another S-Class when you've reloaded. Get 3 of those. Pretty much all of them are pretty good. And as you can see, it does work. Look at this bounce shot here. I'm going to get around that shield. Boom! See what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be fun? As to have like an obstacle course with destroyed or destructible objects you could put on it. And just have like a game, a point system thing. Where whoever gets the most points destroying these objects around obstacles would win. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And people could make their own courses and things. Anyway, I'd be down for that. Anyway, we got Lord Helmet here off the Utopian Expedition. Probably not a save I'm going to play a whole lot. I have so many other save files. And I've been checking out some other games too. I played a little bit of Spaceborne 2 last night, which was fun, but like I was getting used to the controls. It was a little bit awkward trying to figure out what did what. But fun game. I still think No Man's Sky is more of like the real open world experience. But it was still fun, so I'll probably be showing that on the channel at some point as well. All right, so I got my Dissident Spike, and so let's go see what kind of ship I got here, Interceptor I got on the Utopian Veteran. See, look, here's the breakdown. So this is just a regular old experimental multi-tool, 3 S-Class upgrades. One's on a supercharged slot, and then the actual plasma launcher's on the supercharged slot too. But man, that was doing work. Only 596, damage readout on this, which I always find isn't accurate on these multi-tools with plasma launchers. So you got to be careful, because honestly, I think that thing's way more powerful than the Boltcaster I have min-maxed out at like 51,000 damage. So it just shows you don't have to put all the work in to get a really good multi-tool. Just you have to take a little risk of on your own health and safety, playing with exploding grenades. So yeah, this thing's pretty cool looking. It's basic. I mean, it's simple. It has just a regular module and the sled plate on the bottom in purple. But I'll probably still pick it up. These things are worth a ton, no matter what they look like. So if you want to trade it for some other ship or something, you're getting these basically for free. So you might as well, with a little bit of work of upgrading some of the broken parts, just go ahead and pick it up and stick in your collection. It's going to be worth some cash. You can trade against something else. This one's only a B class, but worth some cash for sure. And I have open slots on the Utopian. Here's another alt save I have. This is Ranger from the Beachhead Expedition. And I play him occasionally, and I picked up a couple of these Interceptors too on him. He had 2 slots open, so I found this blue one. Not real tricked out, doesn't have the antennas, doesn't have any of like the switchblade wings or anything like that, but I liked it. It's just clean. And then I also found this green ship, green and black. It's a little lighter green, I think, than like the greens in the game that you can change your colors, your character's colors to. But I still thought it looked pretty sweet. It looks kind of more like the original Sentinel ships too, I thought. Like more in that style. But yeah, I like this one a lot. Even though it's a C-class, if I upgrade it, I'm sure you can get the stats way up there. I've noticed that's often a good time or a good strategy to get a really good item or a good ship is just to get it at C-class and upgrade it yourself to S. And a lot of times it turns out better than what you'll find in like a naturally spawning S-class. So, yeah, I'm going to go and keep that one. And then on the Wormlord account, and Wormlord is from the Emergence Expedition, someone I have kept around, and I've actually been playing as kind of my secondary account on my main No Man's Sky account, or secondary save file. But I went out and found a whole bunch of these Interceptors one night, watching some YouTube, went out hunting, and in order here, so this is my least favorite because it has like clipping wing problems. Second was this Hunter-style ship. I like it, but it's got real thin wings and look kind of odd. It's kind of growing on me a little bit. This is one of the first ones I found, too. And then I had another kind of clean purple ship. This one got named Shard by the generative naming AI, I guess. But I liked it. It's clean. Then I had some of these compact-style ships. This has got that sled landing gear bottom on it and then 2 wings on top, too. This one I liked a lot. The wings actually have some animation on this, and I think with that little top rudder or wing, whatever you want to call it, I think it looks pretty cool. Looks like a Paramour or something if it was in a spaceship form. And then we got our Christmas colored ship. That was the only reason this one didn't get number 1. I like the styling on this a lot, but the faded, like, felt colors from 1983 on this thing of like an old faded Christmas stocking kind of put me off of putting into the top slot. And then This one is really cool looking. I like the aggressive top and bottom that are kind of matching, symmetrical. And it has the same styling as the other one, but kind of in a dark purple and black, which I thought it looked pretty aggressive, and I like it. It's clean. It was kind of hard for me to decide between 1 and 2, honestly. They're both really neat looking ships. But yeah, the Paramore glider one too is nice, just for other reasons, like more utilitarian. You can take it and fly in different caves or through obstacles a little easier, as it's going to have a smaller hitbox. But this Shard one, I'm definitely going to trade this out for something. I don't like the clipping. Like, it looks like the wings break every time you take off. You got clipping through the back rudders. So hopefully they'll improve that. But yeah, that's what I found on kind of my alt account, or my alt save. I keep saying account, but it's the alt save on my main account. On the Wormlord. I got all my giant pet sandworms on this one. That's why I call him the Wormlord. And he's also from the expedition where we killed all the worms. So, the Emergence expedition. Let's jump on the space station real quick. We'll check out some of the stats too on my favorite ships here, and just see how kind of the baseline looks on it, and see what other people have been finding. I always like coming on the space station now to see other popular of these salvage style ships, they call them, or I call them Interceptors. But here's one. This is very similar to the Switchblade in white that I found earlier. Pretty cool. I like it a lot. So here's another look at that purple ship I found, called the Shard. Shard, I don't know, something beta. I don't know, it was Epsilon or something like that. I forget all my Greek characters. It's been a while since I've been in college. But yeah, very cool looking. The stats on it weren't the best. Like, I actually think the stats on the Christmas ship here are a little bit better. Yeah, so you got 404.7, 485 on the maneuverability. So it's a little bit better baseline stats, but again, it's got that like faded felt 1983 Christmas stocking look. And then my favorite, as far as the color goes, I think the recovery is pretty clean. It's got that light tan and a little animation. I might actually make this my main fly-around ship, just because it's got such a small hitbox. It would be real useful on planets. But yeah, and that one I've already upgraded a little bit, so it's not really fair comparing stats, but the stats are decent on it. Upgraded up to S-Class already. Let's go see what else we got here on the ship. We saw that Switchblade white wing ship. And looks like someone else has got one. That seems to be a pretty popular thing right now. Everybody's got these Switchblade white style ships. I've noticed a lot of people have that theme going, the white and black theme, especially here on the Anomaly. But yeah, very cool ships. Hopefully you guys have found some good ones yourself in the last week. I know it's been kind of a craze right now. Everybody looking for the new salvaged or interceptor style ships. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. Just want to show you a little bit about that and do that multi-tool comparison. So definitely Plasma is awesome, confirmed. So do that if you want a effective multi-tool. And good luck ship hunting. Thank you for the thumbs up on the video and the likes. And I appreciate you guys very much, and we'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.